What is going on, crypto miners, and welcome back to the channel. Well, our IceRiver KS2 home Kaspa miner finally arrived today. So let's not waste too much time and get it unboxed. All right, so here we have it, the IceRiver KS2 Lite. Man, I've been waiting for this thing, and I'm finally glad that they shipped. Now, it does look like a lot of other home box miners out there at first. However, what I really like is, if you notice, is like the edges are really smooth, and this thing is freaking heavy. This is not like a lot of those other box miners out there. Now, flipping this around here, this is really what stands out as different than what we're used to. So it looks like you can barely even see in here at all. It looks like there's two boards in here possibly. I'm not positive. We'll have to take this and open it up in a future video here. And we have Ethernet, indicator lights, IP report reset, and an SD card slot. We have our toggle button for our power with a built-in power supply, which is awesome. We can just use a C13 to C14, or you can go ahead and plug into like a NEMA plug and plug right into a wall outlet. Now, here is going to be the one that I'm not happy with. This is your wireless port, but no wireless antenna came with it, and rumor has it that it doesn't actually work or is enabled within the firmware. So I was thinking about this before we started recording, about the fact of like, man, we haven't had any IceRivers that have wireless. None of them have actually had it before. So that was one thing I actually thought about, is this one actually being one of the first that does support wireless. One, it's a shame they didn't include the antenna. I did check the box twice just to make sure to see if there was an antenna. I have heard rumors, nothing official, that they'll be releasing a future firmware update to support it. But I feel like this is really rushed in that regard if it comes with a wireless capabilities but is not enabled within the firmware, because it's a home miner. And home miners want to literally, I mean, think about it. If this worked, you could literally just take this and plug this in anywhere in your house, and it would be a perfect heater, especially getting into fall and winter. But we don't have that right now. So let me get this plugged in and let's take a look at the interface, take a look at the performance, profitability, talk about, would I buy this miner? Full transparency, thank you to IceRiver. They did send it to me for review today. And let's talk about it a little bit more. So let's take a closer look at the KS2 Lite. Now, they did launch another unit as well, the AL2 Lite. Haven't heard anything yet about that one shipping, but the KS2 Lite is now, you can purchase it and you can ship it today if you haven't already. So over on their site, we're just going to go to shop and K heavy hash. Here it is, the IceRiver KS2 Lite. Now, there is another KS2. You may have heard of that before. I have 5 of those. But crazy thing is, it's nuts to see how far technology has come, especially when it comes down to efficiency. The KS2 right here, 2 terahash, the same as my KS2, but is only at 500 watts versus the KS2, the older original version I have, 1200 watts. So that's a massive efficiency. What is that? 60% or something crazy like that, which is nuts to see. It's nuts just to think about the fact of how many Kaspa miners have released over the last 16 to 18 months. We'll look at that here in just a minute. If you guys do decide to go ahead by the end of this video and you want to buy one of these as a space heater in one of your bedrooms right now during the fall and winter, earn a little bit of extra Kaspa, or you're just getting into mining and you want to try this out and you don't want to gamble too much, $4.99, not too bad. You can use the discount code at checkout, hobbyist, and it will give you a discount. Now, jumping over and talking about profitability, because that's where we instantly go and where our thoughts go with these miners. So let's take a little bit of a closer look. So we'll go ahead and select Kaspa over here, and let's see if we can find it in this list. I might have to do a Control F. Yeah, oh no, right up here. It's like the 4th one down. So KS2 Lite is selected, and at 8 cents electric right now for the KS2 Lite. Why does it say this thing is, oh, I was like, wait, what? 32 cents. It threw me off. I saw the 117 and was like, what? What am I missing? 32 cents a day, which is what I expect. So this is your disclaimer. This $499 Kaspa miner will not make you rich. However, I do love these small box miners that are super efficient, that aren't breaking the bank from an initial cost perspective. It gives you an opportunity to get into Kaspa mining and introduce you to it, and into mining if you're brand new to mining and looking to try this out. It's not super profitable right now, but Kaspa is definitely down right now. Last time I looked, Kaspa was between 11 and 12 cents. So it's not doing so hot, especially at the time of this video. But for 2 terahash at 500 watts, not too shabby. Now, you may ask the question, like, why is Kaspa mining just not so profitable? Why is it so difficult? Well, this is why. This graph right here is what Kaspa has looked at from a network hash rate perspective over the last year. And that's insane, especially when you look at where it was back in November of this time, around 200 petahash, a little bit less. And then you can see that we're already up at 1.2 exahash. So we haven't doubled, we haven't tripled, we haven't quadrupled. We've gone through the roof, which is absolutely nuts. And why is that? Well, when we look over here on ASIC miner value, I select Kaspa, there's a column that says release date. And as you scroll through this, you can see that, let's just look at like the last, let's sort by release date. Okay, so right now in 2024, we're just going to look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, no, 12. 12 total Kaspa miners have been released in just the last year. And now you have to consider there's been some really big bad boys like the KS5 Pro at 21 terahash. Remember we were talking about like the miners that I got, like the KS1, KS2s, and the KS2, the originals, like 2 terahash, and that was a big deal like just over a year ago. Now the best Kaspa miner out there, which is the KS5 Pro, which ends up being 21 terahash, which is absolutely insane. So please keep that in mind moving forward when you're looking at this. Now, something that I do want to point out, which I like the flexibility of this, is that mineable coins. Let's say that you're like, okay, Kaspa is oversaturated. What else can I get into that's going to be a better spec play? And this is something that I think more and more of us have started to gravitate towards. It does mine Cedra and also Bugna. I actually just released a video on taking some older KS1s and putting them on Cedra and Bugna as a speculative play, because both of those coins are worth fractions of a penny. And if it even goes to 1 penny, that's pretty substantial and quite the pump as well. So those are some things to think about of like, okay, this could be a $4.99 miner. I can spec mine into Cedra and Bugna, and man, I feel like there's new K heavy hash projects coming out every few months that are out there. You do have a lot of options available to you. So other things to look at here, and kind of threw me off here as well, is like, you know, I love the design of the unit. The wireless is one that I'm really curious. So let's go ahead and jump over to the GUI. I did go ahead and run the batch processing tool. If you guys have not used that at all, this is a great tool. You can download it right off of IceRiver's website, and you can scan your network and it shows all of your IceRivers. And this one is one of them. And this one actually came up here as 192.168.86, which has my subnet, and 74. And we did find it readily available, which is fantastic. So jumping over to the GUI here, I'm just going to go ahead and refresh it. It has been up for about 11 minutes now. I haven't touched anything about it. It's at 2 gigahash, which is great. It's on Humple, which is IceRiver's address. We don't want to give them more money. Come on now. So we'll adjust that in a second. Now, some things to look at. First thing that stands out to me is the miner log is available on the left-hand side. So thankful to see this starting to show up more and more in some of the newest generation models from IceRiver. I am thrilled to see that we as consumers have insight into what is going on with these units. And that is super valuable when we start to have problems with these. IceRiver is one of the first brands that I came across where like they did not make their logs available. I don't know why. I don't get it. It is super valuable as a consumer of owning these products and troubleshooting them. So I'm thrilled to see that available. Now there is not an option anywhere in here. We have firmware upgrade. We have user settings, IP settings. So we don't have anything in here. It is coming off of ETH0. But we don't see anything in here for the Wi-Fi or which one to select. I imagine this is the screen we're going to see it on at some point, and we have our miner settings. So I'm going to get this set up here on 2 miners. I do have one of my addresses has one miner on it, which is a KS5L currently right now, bringing in just under $7 a day. Whoo, how far we have fallen. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and get this set up. It's very, very simple. Coming in here, I'm just going to select, probably do the same thing as the KS1, KS2 here for our pool, which is this one right here. And let's jump over to our model, and we're going to delete the one that was in here. And I'm going to do all three because this is something new that they've started doing, where like they want you to populate all three of these fields. The next thing I'm going to do is grab my Kaspa address just right here at the top, copy, come back over. We're going to delete what's in here, and we're going to put a dot at the end, KS2 Lite, and then I always like to do the IP address at the end. Copy, we're going to put it in there, and we're set and ready to go. So I'm going to hit save, and I'm going to let this go ahead and get mining for about 10 minutes or so. And then I want to see, one, what is the noise level? You know, what I can hear it a tiny bit over my ear, but it's super quiet, enough that I would run this in a bedroom. And then I also want to see, you know, traditionally with IceRiver, the units get really, really hot based off of the smaller units like the KS0s and the AL0s and RX0s. We'll check the temperature on this. And finally, let's check the watts at the wall and see if this model here is actually getting 500 watts or if it's significantly more. So I'll be back in a minute. All right, we've been up and running for 15 minutes with our IceRiver KS2 Lite. So first thing we're going to take a look at is watts. So right now we have a little watt meter built in with our test bench there. Everyone say hi to Red Panda Mining. And we are at 512 watts. So very close to that 500, give or take, absolutely for sure. We might actually see some lower watts on 240 versus on our 120. So next thing I want to do is, this thing is not loud at all. So I want to take our dB meter here, and we're going to put one here at the front. $51, $52, and let's put this one at the back. I don't want to put it directly within the fan. So same thing, 50 to 51. So it's very quiet. It sounds like a box fan, not even sitting off to the side. So we were talking about temperatures before, and putting my hand on this, it is barely warm, not even. Like the front is definitely cool. Like it's actually feels cold or cool air right here. So if we just take a look in the front here, you know, that's like on the fan. Like let's just go right there, 86, okay? Then if we come up top here towards the back, it's a little bit warmer at 90. The sides of this thing, lukewarm, as I said. I mean, barely anything. Let's go ahead and take a look here with this. 122, really? Wow, okay. I was like, what is that? Okay, so now let's look on the back side here, because this here is now, I'm gonna be honest, this is not even as hot as what the KS0s and KS0 Ultras feel, but it's definitely warmer. Now down here, this isn't warm at all. I mean, if we take a look down where this power supply is, 90, so very similar to like the side and also on the top. But going right in here, we got 129, 145. I'm trying to stay on the outside and not go inside with this. Yeah, 145. So it's definitely warmer. This will be perfect for like a heater in the fall or winter right now in a bedroom. You know, you could put it in a kitchen to keep things a little bit warmer. You know, is this going to heat a massive big space? No, but it definitely puts off a little bit of heat. So based off of everything we went over today, do I recommend this unit? If you're looking to chase profitability, I say no. If you're looking to spec mine some of those other coins that I talked about, if you're looking for a space heater for a bedroom that also earns you Kaspa, if you're looking to get into mining and just learn about it, and $500 is all you want to spend just to learn about mining, this is a great option. Guys, I'll leave links to everything down below. Hope you guys have a good one. Take care. What's up, guys? Sorry to interrupt your video, but want to keep you in the know. So are you new at mining, or you're just looking to step into it? You're not sure what hardware you want to buy, you're not sure what build you want to do, need some help? Maybe you're building your first mining rig and you literally need help step by step installing Hive OS. Maybe you're so far away from mining, but you're looking at it and you just need somebody to bounce some ideas off of. Well, I offer one-on-one calls with the community, and I've done boatloads, some really cool ones. I've helped people set up ASIC miners in the Dominican Republic. I've helped someone troubleshoot their very first GPU mining rig. I've chatted with a guy looking to open up a farm and just wanted a sounding board. I've helped someone else build and set up and configure their brand new Kaspa miners. Well, I'm here to help, and I'd love to work with you. If you guys need one-on-one help, I offer it, and I love doing it. So there's a link directly down below to thehobbyistminer.io. Go over there and schedule some time with me. All right, back to the video.